Hi guys, welcome to the video. This is on my stock photography and videography earnings for the month of May 2025. And what have I been up to in May? It's been full on, I have to say. A lot of things have happened, a lot of exciting stuff. Stock photography not so exciting for me in May, but I'm sure the swings and roundabouts and the ups and downs of the industry have something to do with that, so we won't take it too seriously. A couple of big things I did in May is I did a photo reportage, or I followed a demonstration for the Gaza protest in The Hague, and it was absolutely huge. It was, to be honest, it was a bit intimidating. But when I got there, it was very calm. Despite 100,000 people being gathered in one space, I pretty much kept to the fringes and shot a lot of wide angle shots to capture the environment and the atmosphere and the amount of people that were there. And I also got some video as well and uploaded that. When it comes to demonstrations, it's a bit hit and miss with the stock agencies. Sometimes one type of demonstration you'll sell more assets than you will with others. And I haven't sold any assets from this demonstration in The Hague. Interestingly, there was a small demonstration in Hobart, Tasmania when I was there back at Christmas time. I was driving past in the passenger seat of a car while there were people a very small crowd of people demonstrating on the docks of Hobart, and as I went past I had my Canon 70D DSLR, and I think it was the 17 to 50mm standard zoom. I wound down the window, and as we drove past it at about 50 kilometers an hour, I just motor drived about 10 to 15 shots, and one or two of them came out okay, enough for me to upload to the agencies, and I actually sold one of them. I also went to the air-cooled Scheveningen Outdoor Classic Car event. I think that was on the 25th of May. And I had a great time walking around with Milos and Patrick, who are subscribers to the channel, and we just had fun chatting for quite a while and also taking some photographs, and it was great catching up with those guys. I have sold classic VW photos this month, but not from that shoot. Big news that I bought a new camera, the Canon R8, which I'm actually filming myself on right now, with a 50mm prime lens at f2.8. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but the edit will tell me soon enough. I know it's kind of shallow depth of field, which is good because my background is very messy. So that's the advantages of having a wide aperture lens on a full frame body. And I did a field review of the Canon R8 combined with the 400mm f5.6L lens, and primarily birds in flight and forest birds. I had a great time making that video. I think it took me 3 days of filming in different locations and almost a week on and off just to get the edit right. So if you haven't seen that yet and you like a bit of birds in flight action, then I highly recommend it. I'm also taking a lot of pictures and video with my R8 and the super zoom lens that I bought with it, the 24 to 240 Canon zoom lens. And it's just great fun taking it out, and 1 minute you've got a wide angle composition in front of you, and one turn of the lens and you can zoom right in, I think 8 times, to pick out details within that composition and create new compositions, which just makes it a really flexible lens. Good for action. I took it to the demonstration So that was fantastic. I'd get the wide angle of the crowd before me, and then I could go into 240 millimeters and pick out individuals within that crowd. I have also been uploading when I can, but it hasn't been as frequent as other months. Let's get into my earnings for the month of May, and we'll start off with the agency Shutterstock. At Shutterstock, I have 3,126 photos and 351 videos. My total lifetime downloads is 6,469 downloads, and my lifetime earnings is $7,138, and that's from 2016 until now. In May, I had 43 downloads, and I only sold one video. The rest were picture downloads. The highlight was the gannet trapped in plastic, and that video sold for $8.48 as a commercial video. And to be honest, that's about it for Shutterstock. It was pretty mediocre with, as usual, a lot of subscription sales, although I did sell one flower photo for $4.42, and that's of daffodils. In total for Shutterstock, I earned $29. Alamy, I can't describe how disappointed I am with Alamy at the moment. I think in the entire year of 2025, I've had 2 or 3 small sales, which in comparison to 2024 is disastrous. And we're already into the 6th month, so half the year is over already. I don't know what I'm going to do to save my Alamy portfolio. I've put a lot of work into it, and I just don't understand how 1 year it can completely collapse with the same portfolio. Pond 5, also no sales. iStock Getty now, and I had 23 downloads and 1 pitiful video sale, and that's of the Atlantic salmon swimming in a clear water stream in Tasmania. That sold for $1.54 as a commercial video. I also sold a picture of the Atlantic salmon for 74 cents. Another highlight was that I sold a fire hazard sign in a local park near The Hague, and I just find it really interesting that the Netherlands, the soggy, waterlogged old Netherlands, is now getting brush fires on a regular basis every summer, and they have signs up warning people not to do anything that will cause sparks or flames in the nature. That photo sold for $1.86 as an editorial. Another photo I'm really pleased of is a sort of landscape waterscape photo combining the canal and the Hartenbrug Kerk, which is a church in Leiden, and that sold for 77 cents as an editorial. First sale for iStock Getty of my prehistoric fossil collection, which I put on a white background, and that sold for a whole 5 cents, which is really pathetic. But it's selling now on other agencies as well. I walk on the beach here sometimes, and these Ice Age fossils or earlier wash up on the beach because the area between the Netherlands and England during the Ice Age had no sea over it, and you had megafauna like mammoth and rhino and things like cave lions and cave bears walking around there 10,000 years or earlier ago. And I've been finding them quite a lot. So I thought, well, people might find those kinds of things interesting. One is a small mammoth's tooth. There's a jaw of a cave bear and a few other fossilized bones. And they're starting to sell. In total for iStock Getty, I made only $9.54. I feel ashamed to say that after so many years of uploading that I could get that kind of return back. But that's the ups and downs of stock photography. especially at the moment. Just real quick, introducing the Andrew Balcombe Camera Sensor Cleaning Service. Dirty sensor? Too much dust and grit in your pics? Let me help. My experience in the field gives me the confidence to tackle the toughest spots. Leave your camera in my safe hands. No lens, smudge, single lens reflex mirror is too much of a challenge for me. For Andrew Balcombe's sensor cleaning service, look in the description. It won't be there. And now to my most successful agency, that's Adobestock. My lifetime downloads with Adobestock are 2,034 downloads, and my lifetime income for Adobestock is $1,900. And just out of interest for the statistics, my position amongst all the contributors is 39,900. So not really up there. So far this year I've made $195 with Adobestock, and my portfolio size is 1,592 photos and 131 videos. Had a couple of new photos sell, and one of them was of an alpine kind of mountaintop view with windswept trees on a craggy, rocky ground. And that commercial photo on Mount Wellington sold for 99 cents. One car photo that I really enjoy selling is of a rare Australian car called an FJ model FJ Holden, which is a renowned Australian make. And I took a photo of, I think it's a 1950s or 60s model, and that sold for $1 as an editorial. I also sold a classic Kingswood vehicle from the 1970s, and that sold for $1 as an editorial. And my dead bees photos are selling solidly as well. I sold one for 96 cents as a commercial image. And again, I sold my collection of fossils on a white background for 66 cents. And on the fossil theme, I borrowed a fossilized mammoth tooth or molar from a kind of beachcomber's hut in The Hague, and took a photo of it on the beach, and that's a recent upload, and one of those photos sold for 95 cents as well as a commercial image. Okay, how much did I make in total for May 2025? Well, if anything in this video is helpful to you, I know I'm giving away quite a lot of information, so if that is any use to you, please feel free to click on that like button, and that will help me out hugely. In total for May 2025, I made $70, which was pretty disappointing, but I've kind of taken my eye off the ball this month. I didn't upload too many assets because I was busy having fun with my new camera and lens, but you know, in the coming months the tempo of uploads will pick up. How did you guys go in May? I hope you did well, and I look forward to hearing all about it in the comments. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy June. This video is sponsored by Rima Nose, Ear and Eyeball Trimmer. It's especially effective for the palms and between the toes. I like to use it twice a week to stop that pesky hair from growing back. It's also useful for shoulders, upper back, lower back, sack and crack. Look in the description for the Rima, it won't be there.